Welcome back to Newsline. It's an important issue that we need to talk about. 18 million U.S. children are fatherless. Fathers are absent from 80% of single-parent homes, and 85% of children with behavior disorders are from fatherless homes. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions are from single-parent homes. Well, last night, the National Fatherhood Center in D.C. has launched to try and combat this pervasive problem, and the man at the heart of it is joining us now. Former NFL player Jack Brewer is here with us, and also the program director of the Jack Brewer Foundation, Elmo Golden. Such a pleasure to have you both. I mean, Jack, I am so in awe of the work you do for kids. It is important. Those numbers are shocking, but they're not shocking to you.
No, they're not. And unfortunately, too many American homes are facing these realities. You know, this is the core issue that causes so much educational disparities, so much poverty. You're 4 times more likely to live in poverty if you're fatherless. When you talk about education, 71% of high school dropouts are fatherless. You talk about criminal justice and the impact of criminal justice. You're 20 times more likely to go to prison if you're fatherless. And so the social justice issues that so many talk about, without getting to the root cause, which is the father in the home, we cannot help make this nation stronger. And so the goal of the National Fatherhood Center at the Jack Brewer Foundation is to support policies, to help advocate for those fatherless kids all across America and all those dads locked up in prisons and jails who have left their kids fatherless. We're trying to uplift them as well.
And, you know, it's all about, too, it's redemption, and everyone deserves a second chance. And you shared some of those stories with our James Rose, and we showed our viewers. I want to play a little bit, and then, Elmo, get your reaction, because, you know, this Fatherhood Center in D.C. is really a beautiful testament now, concrete evidence of the work you've been doing where people can go to be helped and get the resources. Congressman Byron Donalds of Florida, who may be the next governor of Florida, told our own John Bachman about people who have the right to start over, have the right to begin again.
At the end of the day, when somebody, you know, has to come home from prison, they're still in America. So, you know, it's about helping them get the knowledge they need.
Elmo, as a program director, you're front-facing with so many families. Tell us about what this center will do for Americans here, as that was what binds us. That is what Congressman Donalds just really importantly pointed out.
I want to start with some numbers, just as well as Jack did. 26,000 guys, men, will be let out of prison this year. That's 26,000 men that will be placed inside of a home. There's 26,000 men that will be part of a family. And so our job at the Jack Brewer Foundation is to allow those men to have the skills and talents that they need, professional, personal, and the ability to pay it forward as well through prayer, so that they can be instituted back into the family home, into the family unit. Our job here is to prepare those men through professional development, through a list of self-governing principles and other parts of our program, so that they may have the opportunity to enter in society as men that are now pillars of the community.
And, you know, you never get that time back, right? And you're giving them now a new lease on life in so many ways. Jack, you've had an amazing NFL career, but your heart is always just so generous, and you have a platform. People know you, and you use it to do so much good. You're not just doing this. You also do a lot in Haiti, which has had it's devolved into chaos. It's heartbreaking to think of what's happening there. There was a ban earlier this week President Trump put in on Haiti. I don't know if that impacts any of the aid you're getting in, but that's also another story, like fatherlessness, that you have worked so hard to put a spotlight on. Just give us an update on where things are at here as well.
So what President Trump did was actually he helped our organization and every other organization trying to help the poor people of Haiti, because he declared these Haitian gangs terrorists. And so what that allows us to do is it puts that stamp on them so we can go combat them. And so the same issues we face here, fatherlessness exists in a place like Haiti. They are raping little girls on the streets, these gangs are. These little gangs have completely ravished that community. And so it's not about whether or not we want to, help our neighbor. We have to do this as Christians, Bianca. And so we're here to protect the woman, protect the children. And that's what fathers are supposed to do. And so I applaud President Trump. We're not going to stop in Haiti. We continue. One of our facilities just got burnt down. Another one got taken over by gangs. And so we've had to relocate and evacuate many of our children and our orphans that we support. And so we need prayer. But the Jack Brewer Foundation will not stop. We'll continue to help the most vulnerable people like the Bible tells us to do.
I'm so sorry to hear about the setbacks there in Haiti. I didn't know about that. Your final message, and both of you can answer, people out there hear about this maybe for the first time, and they know somebody needs help or they need help. What do you want them to do? How do they get in touch with what you're doing?
They can follow us at the jackbrewerfoundation.org. They can email us. We have right on our website, we advocate for people who are in prison and jail. And Bianca, I want to say something. Elmo did 22 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. Elmo now lives with me. Elmo runs our programs. Elmo's a good man that has been redeemed by the blood of Jesus. And so I encourage us all to get out there and don't just look at somebody for the mistakes that they made. Elmo didn't meet his father until he was 50 years old. And so a lot of people have been hurt. And the reason behind so much of the hurt and harm in our streets is because, we dismantled the family. And so Elmo's a living testament of that. And we encourage you all, if you want to come join us, we do 2 food distributions. We distribute over 2 million pounds of food every year to communities across Florida. And we need a lot of help.
Incredible.
And we thank you, Bianca.
Mm-hmm. And Bianca, let me ask.
Thank you. And Elmo, thank you, Elmo, for sharing that. I mean, Jack just kind of shared a really important piece to this. You're a living testament of your testimony as well.
Thank you. And let me just share something so that they'll know the difference between our foundation and the other organization. Our foundation actually starts with the family of those incarcerated men. We try to address the issues in the family. Our guys are going through some programming, the strenuous program, 5 to 7 days a week, and I say that even if we're not in the prisons, the program is still running. So, but what about the family? Yeah. If they're going to parenting or any other program, the people out in the street do. So we address the family of those that are incarcerated as well, with jobs.
It's so inspirational, and I just am so glad we could share your story today. God bless you both for the work you're doing for the family every single day out there. Thank you very much, Jack Brewer and Elmo Golden.
God bless you, Bianca.
So much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back,